Hey guys, today I'm going to tell you like how you can save your Dialogflow chatbot conversation in a database. In the previous video, I have explained this, but yeah, my voice was not clear because I wasn't having a mic. This time I have a mic, so my voice must be clear. And this time I'll explain you in a very beginner's manner, so you can just grab it quickly. You can just do it in any language or using any database. I will just show you the basic steps like how to do it. So firstly, you have to click on intents. Yeah, and just go down and enable it. Like I have enabled, you have to do it for every intents. Like you have to enable fulfillment for every intents. Okay, and just click here save. Now just go. Okay. So you have to do this for every intent. So see, I have where are you intent? Like I have just made a basic bot, so just to show you. So just go there. It should be like this. Yeah. So you just have to click here and enable it and save. Yeah, so you have to do it for all the intents, and one thing more, there are like follow-up intent. If you have made a follow-up intent, it should be just below it. So you have to do this there also. After doing all the intents, just come to fulfillment. No, just let it be. I'll tell you afterwards. So let me just type here, like type here or like whatever word it's present here. H hey. See, you can see in the corner, like in the below corner, there are diagnostic info. Just click there, and you'll get this window. Just click and fulfillment request. Yeah, so I just copy it. I'll show it what it is. I'll just explain you. Uh, Read JSON format. Oh, yeah. Let me just paste it. So you'll get this type of like data whenever like someone will chat with your chatbot. So you can see it like the query text have the like the question from the user hey, and the result and the answer that bot replies was hi, how are you doing is under fulfillment text. Okay, these two are important, like the question and the answer. And there is below you can see in the end line there is a session. So what will the use of session, like when a user does a convo with a bot, so it will send sessions also, like other person is also doing, and like multiple person will be doing at the same time. So every person will have different session, so you can just differentiate between people, okay, one people have talked this much, another people have talked this much. So for that session is used. If you don't want to differentiate between person, like you just have to save these two question answers. You can do that also, but yeah, session will be much helpful. So let's just jump into Python, or you can use any other language. Let me just yeah. So we'll do like import, sorry, from Flask import, from Flask import Flask response request. Okay, now we'll do like now here we'll just like write oh sorry, we here will write our database part. You can also write whatever database. You can use any database. Current I will use like MongoDB. You can use any database, and let's just write the connection part here. I'm like writing here for the clear intuition. Import pymongo client equals to pymongo dot mongo client mydb equals to client mydb. Yeah, that's much it. Now I'll just end it. So yeah, this part is like for database connection. You can use any database. Just write it here. So now just go to the Flask part. App equals to Flask underscore name. Now we'll like the root af dot root. You can name it anything, but yeah, webhook is the standard. Like everyone use webhook because on the dialog flow it also written webhook only. So use the standard name like webhook, comma, sorry, comma methods, get, comma post. Yeah, another function name webhook. Now we'll like request the JSON file coming on this root. We'll say request dot JSON. We'll make force equals to true. See, we'll getting this file like yeah, this we'll be getting this file. Okay, everyone a user will press like ask a question. We will get whole of this file. So you can see if here in this query text is the question and fulfillment text is the answer, and here is the session. These three are the like in the dictionary. So we will extract these three things. You can use other things also like maybe time maybe also given. No, time is not given. I thought so. Time maybe you like intent is given. I think so. You can yeah intent like display name intent. So you can use other thing also, but yeah, these three things are important. Now we'll do like session equal to request session, and we'll do query equal to query result, query text. Okay, this is the query result. See, you can see uh query result, then there is a query text inside query result. Okay, and the same for the like answer also. It is called fulfillment text. Fulfillment text. We'll call it result. Yeah. Now we'll just make a dictionary of both the thing. Now this is I'm inserting in database. Let me comment it and write. You can use any database to insert. Inserting in database. Now we have got the question, result, and session all. See, okay. Now we'll do data equal to. We'll just make a dictionary of query. Let me just make it. Yeah, query, and we got the query here. So we'll like query, and we'll got like like result, and we'll do result. Okay, so we have got both the thing in the data. Now we'll insert in the database. So we'll do my call. Call means collection. My collection dot insert. My collection dot insert data check. You can like make check keys true or maybe, but I will suggest false because it was throwing me error once I have made it like left it default. And my collection equals to my db. Like if you have worked with NoSQL database, so basically I'm doing whenever the new session will be coming, So it will auto create a new collection if the session is not present. So if the session will be present, so it will just use that and insert this data in that. Okay, so you got the intuition. So let me just, yeah, so this is my inserting part. Now just me run it. App dot. Now the big problem is dialog, like you have to make your what it's called, server online. That's the only way, like Dialogflow will send requests. So for the time, like when you will deploy, you'll basically get a URL or like domain name. But for the time, just install a library to make your server online. It's called ngrok pip install ngrok. Oh, nfrog I have written. Pardon me. Yeah. So let me just, yes, pip install ngrok. Okay. So it will make our server online and give us a URL. Oh, sorry. It was not ngrok. It was pip install flask ngrok. I thought just ngrok. Sorry for the confusion. Pip install flask ngrok. See, I have already installed it. So requirement satisfied. So let's just go to the code. So you have to like just write 2 lines of code to make it online. From Flask ngrok import run with ngrok. Okay. Now here what you'll do. Let me just. Okay, so that's it. So when you'll deploying, so you'll remove these 2 lines what I have added, because you will get a server address and URL address. Sorry, so you will like enter that address. So let me just run this code. Mhm. Where am I? Yeah, cmd python. My file name is webs.py. You can have whatever. Okay, it's running. Okay, see, I have got a URL also. See, you can see the URL HT. You maybe have got forwarding to forwarding. So you have to copy HTTPS, not the HTTP. Like if you will copy the HTTP, it will create problem. Just copy the HTTPS and just come to the dialog flow, come to the fulfillment, and see it will be webhooks should be disabled. So that's why I have named that root webhook and the function name also. So make it enable and just enter that. Let me just make it small. Where is my, yeah, so just enter that HTTPS address here. Let me make it more smaller. Yeah, https / 7bc 38dbc 7019.ngrok.io. Let me just check it. HTTPS / 7bc 38dbc 7019 dot should be ngrok.io. Yeah. So after doing this, just you have to enter that and just you don't have to do anything, just enter it. And yeah, and you can make it like enable for small tag if you want. Like I've seen people doing it, I just don't know what it is. So I just save it. Now see, it has been saved. Now see, whenever I will enter you can see here will post request will come here on the webhook. Oh, sorry, one thing I just forgot. It's running on the sorry, your URL is like your basic URL is it, but yeah, you have to go to the webhook. So I have to add like webhook after that slash webhook. Yeah, okay. So this is the full name. Now just save it. Okay, done. Now see, I will just whenever I'll like let me just say hey. Okay, see, it must have received a post request. What is the issue here? I mean, I have saved this. Let me just check the issue. Okay, I got the problem. Like basically, I have put the wrong. In place of dot, I have put a comma and a little update. Like you should be have written. I have told you to write just JSON. No, you have to write like get JSON because you are getting a JSON file. And secondly, here like I have told you like session like this. So basically just remove it will become a string. So you just have to write like only session because you are getting automatically session vary in a variable. So yeah, so you just have to write session also. And here like it's your wish to write like return response status equal to 200 because like when someone is requesting someone, so you are telling okay everything is fine here. You have done your work, so status 200 means okay. So if you like returning okay, well and good. Otherwise, I would suggest you should do it. That's the only way things work. So yeah, so after like doing these things, just let me just show you how it will save it. Like I will write hey. Okay, see, let me just refresh my data. Okay, see my DB. Okay, see it has just received here. See, hey, and the greeting, how can I assist? See, both of the things. Now, just let me write another thing. How are you? Just wait, I'll tell you one more thing. No, no, let me check the intents. What are the intents? Open, open. Okay, where are you? Where are you? Now, let me just open one database and refresh it. See, where are you? I'm on internet. So basically, see, I have one collection inside that all the chats are being saved of a one person. Suppose I just refresh my dialog flow. So now the session will change. Obviously, like I have made a refresh. So when the other user will be using the bot, so their session will be different. So now when I write hey and let me just refresh it. Hmm, okay. Okay, I don't know what happened. It should like should make a another like maybe it's like let me just open the new window. It should do like I have deployed it and it's working on like on the content part. Like maybe it has making the same session with the same IP address or something like that. It's not working. So I don't know like if you deploy it, it should work and it has worked on my side also. But right now I just don't know what happened. It's just inserting in the same database because every time the session changes. So yeah, that's it from my side. You can just do other stuff like if you want. Though if you have liked the video, please subscribe it. I have really worked hard on it. So yeah, thanks.